Hi friends, good morning. Myself Vijay from Samved School. Today we are going to discuss some important definitions that we can help us to understand practically where we are using the word mass and the word weight. You generally used to speak weight of person, or you generally not used to speak mass of person. So there is vast difference between weight and mass. Mass is what? Mass of the substance is the amount of matter present in it. Mass of substance is amount of matter present in it. Kindly try to catch my words. Mass of substance is present of matter, amount in it. We will give proper example so that you can properly understand. Why? The weight is the force exerted by gravity on object. So weight is related to gravity pull, while mass is related to amount of matter present in it. Suppose this is the matter, so there are so many amount of substance or so much amount of substance present in it. If I want to get the mass of this pen, it will give us some grams. So this is the mass. Myself, there is having mass, not weight. Just I stand on balance or weight, you will find some digit. Analytical balance, you will find some digit. Their digit is 70 kg, 80 kg, like that. So this is not my weight. This is my mass. So we are generally used to speak weight of substance. We are not used to speak mass of substance. Now what is the difference between weight and mass? If I go up to high and high, astronauts are going to sky and they can swim in the air because gravity pull is zero at some limit of sky. So person having the mass 70 kg in the vacuum, the person of mass will be zero. That is the weight. If I stand on the earth, I stand on the rock, weight will be difference because gravity pull is depend on the height of a thing. So my mass is 72 kg, but my weight is not 72 kg because my weight is depend on gravity pull. That is different. Same size of any substance, if you drop from the terrace, if you drop a paper from the terrace or piece of paper from the terrace, it will come very slowly to the earth or to the land. But if you drop the stone, it will immediately down to the earth, or it will immediately down to floor. So both have the same size, but gravity pull on stone is very high while gravity pull on paper is very low. So it is not depend on the size of substance, it is depend on the gravity pull exerted by the substance. So mass of substance is different and weight of substance is different. Kindly note it. So the mass of substance can be determined very accurately in laboratory by using an analytical balance. If we use the analytical balance, we can measure the mass of substance. It may be 2 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram, 100 gram, 200 gram. If you want to go to market to buy the mangoes, you will buy 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg like that. That is the mass of mango. That is the not weight of mango. SI unit of mass is kilogram. SI unit of mass is kilogram, but we are not using everywhere kilogram. We are using fraction value of kilogram, that is gram. So 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram. Some substance is having very less amount and we cannot measure in kilogram, so we must measure in gram, like that fraction value. If you want to buy gold, you must buy in gram. You can buy when you become all big man, businessman or scientist or doctor. I wish you all the very best for all of you to buy gold in kilogram. But generally, we are buying the gold in gram because kilogram is very big unit for the gold and it costs very high amount. So there are two SI unit, but one SI unit is kilogram. If you are to be said what is the SI unit of mass, SI unit of mass is kilogram. It is not gram. Gram is the fraction value of kilogram. So you cannot say that gram is SI unit. It is for the small amount of substance which cannot be measured in kilogram. So fraction value is used generally in our daily life for some substance which is available in grams. So this is the clear mass of the substance is the amount of matter present in it, while the weight of the substance is force expected gravity on object. Mass of substance can be determined very accurately in laboratory by using analytical balance. SI unit of mass is kilogram, fraction value is used, that is gram, and 1 kilogram equal to 1000 grams. So it is clear now. Second definition is related to volume. So volume is not SI unit. LMTETAL, you just try to remember, there is not any word related to volume. But when we want to get volume of liquid or volume of gas, we must pour in any utensils or any laboratory utensils. So there is given measurement like conical flask, like beaker, there is measurement given, that is 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter or milliliter, ml. So volume is not SI unit, but volume can be measured. Suppose this is the beaker and there is liquid poured inside. So beaker having length, breadth and height, and it is measured in meter. So unit of volume is meter raised to cube. Unit of length is unit of volume is length, and length can be measured in any beaker flask. It is available in height, weight, length, breadth and height, LBH. and there are three total unit L, B, H. L is unit length, B is unit length, C is unit length, and length having the SI unit meter. So there is meter raised to cube. So unit of volume is length, and it is considered as a length raised to cube, and length having the SI unit meter, so there is meter raised to cube. So we have unit of volume is meter raised to cube. Common unit is also used, that is the liter. So you want to fill the petrol, you go to petrol pump and say that give me 3 meter petrol, 1 meter petrol. It will not give you. It will not possible. He will not give you. You must say him that I want 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter petrol. But tank having, petrol tank having proper length, proper breadth and proper height. So it is measured in LBH, and length having the meter SI unit. So there will be L, there will be B, there will be H. It means meter into meter into meter. It means meter raised to cube. L into B into H equal to volume. So L having meter, B having meter, H having meter means it is meter raised to cube. It is measurement of liquid. Liter is the measurement of liquid, and 1 liter equal to 1000 ml, and 1000 cm raised to cube, and 10 cm equal to 1 dm. 10 cm equal to 1 dm. So 10 cm into 10 cm into 10 cm, we can say that it is 1 dm into 1 dm into 1 dm. It means 1 dm raised to cube. So 10 cm equal to 1 dm decimeter. Dm means decimeter. And these are the some laboratory utensils which is used in laboratory. You will, when you will come to school, you will see all these practical utensils. This is the burette, this is the pipette, this is the cylindric flask, and this is volumetric flask. These are the laboratory utensils that you will see when you come to school. So we have discussed unit mass, unit weight and unit volume. Mass is the substance, mass of substance is the amount of matter present in it, while the weight is the force exerted by gravity on object. Mass of substance can be determined very accurately in laboratory by using analytical balance. SI unit of mass is kilogram. Fraction value of kilogram is measured in gram. 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram. This is chemical. This is used for the chemical substance. Volume has the unit of length. If want to get the volume of any liquid, we must use the unit meter raised to cube, and meter is the SI unit of length, and any substance, any utensils can be measured in LBH. L means lumbai, means length, B means breadth, and H means height. It is meter into meter into meter, means meter raised to cube. So I have revised 2 times. Now next, density. Density is not also SI unit. Density is derived unit from the SI unit of mass and SI unit of volume. So definition of density is what? Density of a substance is its amount of mass per unit volume. So mass and volume is most important word related to density. Mass and volume is very most important word to understand density. So we are having the one formula. SI unit of density is SI unit of mass and SI unit of volume. SI unit of mass is kilogram and SI unit of volume is meter raised to cube. So we are having this formula, kilogram into meter inverse 3. Fraction value or small unit of substance, it is gram into centimeter inverse 3. So it is for the small amount of substance or small value of density, and this is the high amount of substance, or it is related to big unit of density. Big unit of density is kilogram into meter raised to minus 3. Small value or formula of density is gram into centimeter raised to minus 3. So density is not SI unit. A unit which is derived from the SI unit, that is known as derived unit. So density is derived unit which is related to mass and volume. Mass upon volume, mass having the SI unit kg and volume having derived SI unit is meter raised to cube. So we are having kg into meter raised to minus 3, and small unit of density is gram into centimeter raised to minus 3. It is clear. Fourth one is temperature. Scale to me measure temperature is degree Celsius. Kelvin is SI unit, but degree Celsius is not SI unit, and it is measured degree centigrade between 0 to 100. 0 degree is the freezing value of water and 100 degree is the boiling point of water. So if you are to be said what is the freezing value of water or freezing value in degree of water, it is 0 degree. And boiling point of water or freezing point of water is 0 degree, and boiling point of water is 100 degree. Another unit is Fahrenheit. To get the degree Celsius from the Fahrenheit, the formula is Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 into degree centigrade plus 32. Value of Fahrenheit can be calculated with the help of degree centigrade. If you are given the value of degree centigrade, you can easily find the value of Fahrenheit. Just we are having one example. Let's see how can we calculate the Fahrenheit value, and from Fahrenheit value we can calculate the degree centigrade Celsius. If the temperature of one substance is 5 degree centigrade, what will be the value of Fahrenheit? So we are having the formula Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 into degree centigrade plus 32. The value of degree centigrade you are given 5. So Fahrenheit value will be 9 upon 5. Value of degree centigrade is 5 plus 32. So 5 will be cancelled. So Fahrenheit will be 32 plus 9. It means 41. Value will be obtained 41 with the help of the value of degree. We have obtained the value of Fahrenheit with the help of degree centigrade. If you are given degree centigrade is 10, want to find out Fahrenheit value, then formula will be Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 into 10 plus 32. Fahrenheit value will be 5 2s are 10, 9 2s are 18 plus 32. You can easily calculate that 18 plus 32 means it is 50. So you can calculate the value of Fahrenheit with the help of given value of degree centigrade. You can calculate the degree centigrade also if you are given the value of Fahrenheit. So I am giving 5 sum If want to get the Fahrenheit degree centigrade, if you are given Fahrenheit value is, suppose Fahrenheit value is 41, find the degree centigrade. If you are to be said, find the degree centigrade. So we are having the formula is Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 into degree centigrade plus 32. So we are having Fahrenheit value is 41. Fahrenheit value is 41 equal to 9 upon 5. Degree centigrade want to get plus 32. You just subtract 32 from 41. So 41 minus 32 equal to 9 upon 5 into C. So 41 minus 32 value will be 9. Ready? So 9 equal to 9 upon 5 into C. 5 will multiply with 9. So 9 into 5, 9 is division, equal upon 9 equal to C. So 9 cancel, value of degree centigrade will be 5. So this is the degree centigrade value obtained from the value of Fahrenheit, and this is degree centigrade value given. You have obtained the Fahrenheit value 41. And if you are given Fahrenheit value 41, we can calculate the degree centigrade value will be 5. So very easy, very simple calculation. You can easily calculate it. Don't worry. So I am giving 10 sum for the practice. You just try to clear it and then send me homework 2 times. So what will the value of first degree centigrade is 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. Find the value of Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit value is 10, 15, 20, 25. Find the value of degree centigrade. Degree centigrade value minus is possible, but Kelvin value minus is not possible. You are given here Kelvin value, Kelvin equal to degree centigrade plus 273.15. So why want to find the Kelvin value? If you are given degree centigrade, suppose you are given 5 degree centigrade value, find out Kelvin. So Kelvin equal to degree centigrade plus 273.5. Kelvin equal to degree centigrade value is 5. So 5 Kelvin equal to 5 plus 273.5. Value of Kelvin will be 278.5. So you can easily find the value of Kelvin if you are given the value of degree centigrade. So you have to find out the value of Fahrenheit and value of Kelvin. These are another 5 sums you are given. You are given degree centigrade value 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Find out the value of Fahrenheit and Kelvin. And if you are given the value of Fahrenheit value 10, 15, 20, 25, find out the value of degree centigrade. So very easy, very simple. Follow your textbook. Read it 2-3 times. Watch my video lecture 2-3 times and send me homework 2 times. So we are concluding today's lecture. Every definition is very most important. Every unit of any number, it is very most important. So you follow 7 SI unit LMTETAL. Length, mass, time, LMT. L means length, M means mass, T for time, LMTE. E means electric current, LMTE. T means temperature, A means amount of substance, and LMTETAL, luminous intensity. There are 7 units, that is SI unit, and unit from the SI unit is known as derived unit. So there will be two types of unit. One unit will be SI unit and one unit will be derived unit. The SI unit is not given to any measurement. There will be derived unit. Density is not SI unit. Density is derived from the SI unit mass and volume. So density is not SI unit. So kindly watch my video lecture and send me homework 2 times. Thank you very much.